4 of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. And he is gone. Touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And he's going to start the year 1 for 1 as they take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. Working quickly here.
At the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Motioning the tight end now. They'll run here following the penalty. Jukes away from one. Space on the right. He's got room. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson, the ball carrier.
Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked. And the dive into the end zone for 2 points. All right, I know y'all can't see this, but your girl is throwing some punches up here. Some early body blows, Brock. That team wasted no time reaching the end zone and then dropped another 2 points right on top of it.
Now, I must say with the two-pointer, Kate, that was more than body blows. They just dropped a haymaker right to the chin.
And this drive will start inside the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And that is going to be good for a Steelers first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
The 33-yard line.
First down now. Ball at the 33. To throw is Rodgers. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Dowdle on second down. They get to him and take him down after a gain of 3. He's good for a Pittsburgh first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A throw right side, caught by Bernard. Nearly gets him another first right there, Brock. Almost got it in just one play, but looking out just shy of the marker, so second now in less than a yard.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And that's going to give the Steelers the first down. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32.
10 at the 32-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. And they will take him down. They got him back to the 41. Working quickly here. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. After the sack, Rodgers. On target to his back, and Rico Dowdle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops.
Typically, you get a completion like that at that length, Kate, you're going to see those chains move. This offense got to stop knocking themselves backwards because explosive plays, you need them and you want them.
Third down run with Dowdle. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Now go for it. Rodgers. Throw is caught by the back. And the early decision to go for it is rewarded. He's got him enough for the first. This drive is going to continue. Well, probably a little closer than they would have preferred it, Brock. But, hey, a good call nonetheless, keeping the offense out there on 4th down.
You know what that was, Kate? That was awareness. Right? An understanding with both the play call, but more importantly, an awareness of the receiver to know exactly where he needed to get the job done.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Shoves one away. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Gain of 17 yards. That's another.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. That one connects. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Washington with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. Point after from Boswell. He's up and good. And their lead now stands at 6.
Steelers 14, Falcons 8. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. There's the stop for 22 yards given up before it. And it's going to be first down, Falcons.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
On second down, Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. This stopped by Alex Highsmith.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Third and just 2 to go. Trying one here with Robinson. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
First down now. Ball at the 33. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. Didn't saw the draw up, and he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down drive. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
You know what that guy was called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Here he goes, third and long. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Complete to Bijan Robinson. A gain of 12.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 14-8 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. To the air with Penix. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Going deep here for the end zone. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, but throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Third down give to Robinson. Across the 20, continuing to work. And they really cut that one close, but they stop him just before he can get the first block. It's fourth down.
But it brings up fourth down.
Trying for it with Penix. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's the give to Dowdle. Brings this across the 25. And he's going to get this to the 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
26 yards.
On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down. Now, he has taken this entire drive himself so far, Brock. Some assists, of course, from the guys up in front of him.
He'd be the first to give him credit, but he also knows when you get this going on the ground, it just sets the table for everything else.
To throw, Rodgers. Complete right side to Washington. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
So here's what happens. Catch touchdown, you can expect some extra population around you in coverage, but still all that coverage doesn't stop him from making a catch.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Atlanta.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's Penix to throw. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Falcons.
Changing up the call. Throwing Penix. And the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Here's Penix. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and goal, Atlanta.
Looking inside the red zone. And this will hit the ground. Incomplete. He had it for a moment, but that hit. Boy, it darted loose. That's going to bring up second and goal.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Penix. That one's incomplete in the end zone. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Penix looking to pass. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they fail to cut the lead in half. It stays at 6.
They could have gone for it for sure, Kate. I'm sure there's some folks on that sideline asking why they didn't go for a touchdown. But they took what they felt like was a guaranteed 3 points. But that miss is a stunning reminder. There is never a guarantee in the NFL.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Zach Harrison on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard
So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8. So we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the ground again with Dowdle. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Rodgers to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. Folk on now to try the point after.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. So they'll decline this and take the results.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Going right side, Dowdle with it. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And that hit breaks up the catch, takes us to 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Goes for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And the Falcon 1st down.
Penix now. Passing quick here, but the pass rush fast enough to match it. On and inside to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He doesn't slide down to be paced for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He's going for it himself. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Rodgers.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. He's brought down at the end of a nearly 30-yard gain. And that is going to be good for the Steelers' 1st down.
That's good for the Steelers' 1st down.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. We'll see what the 1st half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. Return coming from the 6. Things going well so far. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Starting the half with Robinson. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Offense in a hurry up here.
They're on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Penix. And he had it, but he lost it on that hit. So a nice early defensive play out of the locker room to break up that catch. It's now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's got him the 1st down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
Penix now to throw. Finds London on the slant. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
A gain of 12.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He completes it in traffic. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll go down here at the 16.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
On the give, here's Robinson. He's fallen down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good point, good point. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Penix facing a third and long. He has the first over the middle. And there's the stop finally, but what a call in that moment, Brock. They convert on 3rd and 14.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Robinson goes up and over for the touchdown.
Robinson, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
To kick off for
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out. Well, we all have these days, Brock. It just hasn't been there between these guys in this one. A lot of targets, but 0 results.
Kind of tells me this defense, they had that jersey number in practice. That's what happens when you're a really good player. They make sure the defense all week long is focused on this guy, not letting him get going, and he hasn't. That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Rodgers set to pass. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Great work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, this was not hit well, and it's headed for the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds at the 45. Not a great kick. They'll be across midfield to start this drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And this is going to line up incomplete. 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Complete left side to Robinson. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Just to get this off my chest and let my heart broken. Seeing how movies are moved for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch send to the blaze? Don't get me heated, ain't no way to control the inferno. Feel the spirit of prodigy, I've been keeping it thorough. I'd rather do it by my lonely than fake with the pack. And if you can't stay down, then stay where you at. I feel like we the new standard.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To the air with Penix. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
That one's going to be incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And the defender comes away with it. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground. Gallo. And he drives that one backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So the false start backs them up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. So the false start backs them up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Absolutely fires this one right side. They connect on the deep shot. The 30. Gets the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because You know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave. But eventually, some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. This makes it up to the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Here's Penix to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So second down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
There he is on third and short. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They got the first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Here's a give to Robinson. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Jamel Dean on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It remains tied after 3, so we're going to have to decide things in our fourth quarter. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Throwing Penix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Brisker there defensively.
Now to give to Bijan. And the run will not get there. They're turned away right near that marker. Now it's fourth down. Well, he managed a little, Brock, but not enough. That run does not get the first down against a nice defensive effort there.
It sure was. And I think as much as anything, Kate, it was just tied together.
Yeah.
That front and that second level playing off one another and stopping that run before it could get started.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones that put this away. They're going for it. Fourth down now, trying for the 6 with an option. He's out in the clear. Past the 20. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. Michael Penix Jr. on the board. That's his first of the season.
Okay, we know it's hard for running backs to get runs like that in the open field and find pay dirt from that distance. Even more rare to see a QB get it done. And I don't think that'll be the last time he totes it.
Volk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Steelers 22. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Returning it from the 4. And he's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. He rolls to his right. Yeah, defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's 3rd down. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said because, you could feel sometimes the quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to 1st.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
Now here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This is Dowdle on 2nd down. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
He was taken
Goes to the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Chased out to his right. And he's going to go down deep on his own side at about the 42. And it's Jalen Walker. And they come through to force a 4th and 11.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Look at that power, deep left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. And motion the tight end over. Here's Penix. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And it looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that 1st down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex.
Yeah.
You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
Fourth down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. The inside give to Dowdle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
There's just times, Kate, up here in the booth, you can kind of feel the hunger in these players. It's like this guy needed this week, a chance to move past last week. I'm not saying he needs to reach 100 yards every time out, but this showing is a whole lot more of what we expect and what he expects of himself.
Here's Dowdle again. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Play action here with Rodgers. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's taken down at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become the quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more, and where they're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
Working inside the red zone. One is caught. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. Here's the give to Dowdle. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To throw. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
They are officially left now clinging to one final lifeline. And for me, you know the situation. Players, not plays. Get your best player the ball on the most critical down of the game.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Brings it in. And he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Dowdle, and he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe a little bit easier now, at least for the moment. The try is up and good. And they found a way to tie it late here in the 4th quarter. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
The intensity, you can feel it. It is heightened in these kind of game situations, late in game. A really good time here for this defense to go to dime coverage. Just put more bodies, more blur for that quarterback in this offense to decipher.
And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock, and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down. The Steelers calling their first time out. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
Punting unit out now.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down to 5 seconds and likely 1 snap left here in regulation. Time begins here with Robinson. Off to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. And what a play, he scores. They get to the end zone on the final snap, and a huge moment wins them the game. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Pittsburgh.